Hi everyone, welcome back to Grade 12 Maths with Mr. Simons, where we make maths easy and get you exam ready. Right now, in this lesson today, doing some classwork and introducing you to Grade 12 probability. We're starting with what we call the fundamental counting principle. I'm going to do some basic examples. So here's an introduction to fundamental counting principle, what it's all about, why it's important, where all we use it. Yeah, very important topic. Right, so let's start. The fundamental counting principle, labeled as FCP, is a rule we use to determine the total number of possible outcomes when making a sequence of choices or decisions. See there, when you make choices or decisions, playing lotto and all that, or in a casino, etc. But per definition, we say if one event can occur in m ways, in a certain amount of ways, second event can occur in n ways, in its own certain amount of ways, then the total number of ways both events can occur would be m times n. So we're simply multiplying the different amount of ways the events can take place. And we can extend this principle to any number of events. So my total outcomes, if I have more than two events, would be m times n times p times whatever, depending how many events we have. That's for arranging my cars or creating secret passwords or encrypting something, etc. Right, so let's look at a basic example to get this into your head so you can see how we use the fundamental counting principle. So example 1 here, we're looking at a menu. Consider the following menu at Mixit, Go Slow Fast Foods. Right, they have a main course, they have a dessert, they have drinks. Under the main course, we have mutton curry and roti or roti, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Chicken curry and roti, or if we're in Cape Town, chicken curry and a felici. Right, lasagna, spaghetti and mince, oxtail potjie and rice. So there's 2, 4, 5 choices there under main course. If we come to desserts, we have malva pudding, a lemon drizzle cake, chocolate cake, snowballs with a lekker coconut around it. Cook Sisters also nice coconut and syrup that's dipped in, carrot cake, coffee cake. Hope I'm not making you hungry nah? As you're listening to the video. Drinks, yeah, coffee, tea, yeah, you're gonna say the coffee or the tea is for us old people. Though I'm not old, but yeah, my teacher, so you'll forever say we old. So tea, fruit juice for those of you who go to the gym, milk for the guys on the protein that want to get their bone structure stronger, Milo for unlimited energy, and hot chocolate hot chocolate just as a way of calming and soothing a person. Right, so that is at Mix It, Go Slow, Fast Foods. Right, so in how many totally different ways can you place an order for main course, dessert, and drinks? Right, so under main course, as I said, there are 5 options available. For dessert, you can see it goes from 1 all the way to 7. I have 7 options available for dessert. For drinks there, I have 6 options available. So using my fundamental counting principle, the number of courses available to me, 5 times the 7 times the 6. So that gives me 42 times 5, which then gives me 210 different courses available to me. So in short, what we mean with that, I can choose mutton curry and roti with any dessert. So I can take malva pudding or lemon drizzle or chocolate or snowball or cook sister carrot or coffee cake. Then when I come drinks, I can also choose any one of the 6. Right? Or I can go chicken curry and choose any one of the 7 and any one of the 6 drinks. Same goes for lasagna, spaghetti or oxtail. Right? Then I can go to dessert, choose one dessert and choose any one of that 5 and any one of that 6 drinks. Right? So instead of matching them the whole time, in short, we use fundamental counting principle and we just say all the options available to me, we multiply it out and I have 210 courses available in total. So I hope you follow. Right, let's look at another example. So clothing choices. Right, so you specifically, you have 3 shirts and 2 pairs of pants. How many different outfits can you make? Right, now take note, I didn't even still include shoes here for boys. Because generally, boys, yeah, we will just put on the shoe that matches color-wise our outfit. So I have 3 options for shirts and I have 2 options for the pants that I want to wear. So my total outfits would be 3 times 2 times 6. Right? Now, your lady, she has 5 tank tops, 10 t-shirts, 12 pants, and 6 pairs of shoes. How many different combinations of outfits can she make to wear? So, it's the 5 tank tops times the 10 shirts times the 12 pants times the 6 pairs of shoes, which gives me 3,600 different variations. Right? So now it should give you an idea of females love shopping clothes. And I don't mean it in a bad way. We enjoy it when they look lovely. Right? But with so many options available, and take note, this is just a rough estimate. There's girls with more tank tops, more t-shirts, more pants, more shoes, right? This can take easily hours for her to decide what to wear. So when she comes out and she looks good, appreciate her, take care of her. Right? But yeah, that's why we will wait. I can tell you as a married man, sometimes I can wait up to an hour before female is ready to go out and go do shopping or go eat out, etc. They have to look good. And we enjoy it when they look good. Alright? So that's just an example with clothing choices. Right? You can also look at another example. So example 3, a 4-digit PIN. Right? So we say each digit has 10 options. There are 4 digits. So if I wanted to create a 4-digit PIN, right, using 0 to 9, then the total pins would then be 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which gives me 10,000. Right? So there are 10,000 different possible pins if I use a 4-digit pin. So the pin is very important when we create ATM pins or we create passwords for our computers, our phones, etc. Once we understand what software there is available to crack your passwords and get into your things, you then need to adjust your digits and letters in such a way that you can figure out the software must take longer than a minute so that your firewall can kick in and somebody don't crack your password. But yeah, once I get to pins later on, I would do it more in detail and hopefully it would be more clearer to you. Right, now, why is a fundamental counting principle useful? Number 1, it's a powerful tool in combinatorics or study of counting. It's used to count total number of outcomes, right, without listing them all. We use it to solve probability problems, which you will see as we go through. So I do many examples and I'm going to do many exam questions. Right? Also helps us build more understanding towards topics like permutations and combinations. So permutations, you know, when we watch, us that love soccer, watch the permutations of the World Cup, which team's going to go through quarterfinals, semifinals, etc., based on whatever theories all of us have in our heads. Right? Then we solve real life world problems. Data analysis. Nowadays, there's a career even in IT called data analysis or data analytics based on business intelligence, etc. You can do computer science related to logistics. We need to know how many trucks we have, how many can go out, etc. And very important in game design. So whenever we create game design, it's always a combination of possible outcomes. If a person does this, must he die or must he still survive, etc., etc. Right? But yeah, that is why it is useful. Right? So to conclude, what we're doing here and why we have to do it in grade 12, the importance of it. Right, so fundamental counting principle is my foundation for probability and stats. Right, so in grade 12 we're going to study probability and data management. So when I say data management, now find mean, medians, mode, standard deviation, one standard deviation from the mean, to error analysis, etc. Not only in probability and stats, but later also in our physics practicals, etc. So fundamental counting principle is foundational for calculating probabilities in compound events. Right? Now, this is also a bridge to advanced topics. Right? So permutation, where the order in which we want to arrange things matter. Do I want to put my Mercs first and then my PMs and then my other cars, or how I want to arrange my floors when I want to sell cars in my specific shop? So their order matters. Combination, where order generally doesn't matter. Factorials, and then we have binomial expansion. So those of you that studying business stats later on, university, will work with binomial expansion. Real world relevance, right? So as I said to you previously, we have real world problems. So number one, your project manager or person planning events for concerts, etc., has to schedule how the speakers would speak. Person that is setting up a soccer tournament, he has to also look at all the different combinations, permutations, who's playing who, when. A guy working in, what do they call it now? How can I forget the word? Sorry, forgive me, man. Security, cyber security. All right? They have to design and forever change passwords so it don't crack, We have the human error. Sometimes people are so negligent when they are typing in passwords that they make it available to some guys that can quickly scan the password and then use the password to get into systems and steal stuff that is of huge value. Right? So they use it. Right? And then casinos. Casinos, for them to make business, they need to understand all the odds for their games and whether in the long run they would make money or whether they're going to be paying out more money. All right? So, but in short, understanding this, it will enhance your logical reasoning and systematic thinking. Right? Which is key skills for you to go forward in. Right? So I hope you follow. I hope you didn't find it too boring. But yeah, as I said, as I'm doing the problems and uploading the other videos, all of this would make more sense to you. This is just a basic introduction. I wish you nothing but the best. God bless. Bye.